All right. Hello. Welcome, everybody. My name is Jacob, and in today's SmartSuite lesson, I'll be going over patron permissions and how to set up them all up and how they log into the system. So this session is live. You can communicate with me with the chat box that I believe is this side of the screen. And we'll begin with what I'll be covering in today's session. First up, doing this, I'll move that up real quick. Much better. All right, so in today's session, I'll be going over roles and what they do, setting up a staff member and how that is done, sending that staff member a welcome letter, and what it looks like and what the staff member needs to do once they get that letter. And finally, we'll end up with how a staff member can reset their password. You can also get in to contact us with a plethora of ways. Through the mailbox system or through our support page. We have many ways you can communicate with us. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Just reach out. So let's begin. Roles and what they do. All right, so to see a list of all the roles, we can go in and jump into patron management. From the system menu, open it up, find patron, and then jump into patron management. The roles are located at the bottom of patron management over here. We can click the text field and a list of all the roles available in front of us. So from the top, administrator is the head honcho. You'll be granted full access to everything, anything in SmartSuite. You'll have full control of what you can do within the system. Next up is cataloger. Cataloger will enable you to access the catalog features. So anything within this area of SmartSuite catalog right there. So this enables you to add books, delete books, alter, edit books, or items, add any records into the system. Next is Circulation Desk. Circulation Desk will enable you to get access to circulation right here. This will enable a patron to be able to borrow, renew, or loan books, return, loan, renew books of any patron within the system. Next is Librarian. Librarian is similar to Administrator, where you get full access to the system. Patron Editor will enable the patron to alter, add, update, change, delete patrons within patron management, the screen we're on right now. Self-circulation is a role that if you do have it, you can access circulation, self-circulation. And as it states here, you'll be able to loan, renew, and return books yourself. This is good for, say, you have a PC in the library that's just used for returning items. Next up is student. The student role is the generic role. It grants no special access and is usually the primary role we give to students. And finally is the teacher role. Patrons with the teacher role will be granted access to TV4Education. So, those are all the roles in the system. Let's go ahead and make a staff member. So to do that, we click the new button, and then we fill out the blank fields. We'll give this a barcode. Barcode is just a unique identifier for this patron. Usually I'll just do their first name with a dot and their last name. Username can generally be the same thing as well. Do that as well. Jack Anders, first name Jack, last name Anders, and their email is, and this is important, if we do want to send them a welcome letter, they do need an email address. So we'll fill out an email address. There we go. Security, we don't need to worry about security just yet. We can deal with that later, as class grade will define our security. Because as a staff member, we'll make their class grade a staff. And for testing purposes, their homeroom is also staff. Next, for their role, they are a teacher. Make sure we select that. And because we are sending them a welcome letter, change password and not in next login needs to be toggled to yes. Additionally, because we are sending them a specific letter, we go ahead and unclick email login. Go ahead and click save. And now our staff member has been added to the system. And after hitting save, you can see that security has been updated to 50 because of the staff class grade is also 50. That is also 50. Now Jack Anders has an account. But how do we send them a welcome letter going forward? How do they access the system? Quite simple. Go over to the system menu, go to reports, let me open up reports. From reports, we have reports created by FSI. We want to go down to welcome letters. And here we have an assortment of welcome letters we can send. We have ones we can send to admin staff, to staff members in once-off or in bulk, and same with students, once-off or in bulk. For today's session, we'll be doing just a once-off letter to an individual staff member. So we click that and then open it up. Now we enter in their Patron barcode, which over here was Jack Anders. So I'll just highlight that and copy it, bring it over and paste it in here. Jack Anders is a teacher, and this one here, login status equals blank. This means if they've never logged in before. Because Jack Anders is a new patron in the system, they've never logged in before. We go here to generate, and a welcome letter will be generated for Jack. Here we have it, they'll be receiving this email. To send this now, you go ahead and click email. This will be the subject heading of the email, what they receive. Because this is why I said it was important they had an email, because we need to send this to somebody. Once we go and click send now, it'll bring up the email, say that we'll be sending this email to the list of these patrons. So because we've only attached one patron barcode, we'll only send it to one patron, which is Jack Anders. And then we can click to confirm when it's done. Email is successfully sent. And now Jack can see that email, follow the prompts and log in. What does that look like? So I can open up emails. Bear with me as I try and find Jack's email. Alright, so I'll bring over Jack's email. He has one email. He just received it. It's an email from SmartSuite. This is what a teacher will see once they receive this welcome letter. Literally exactly the same of what that little preview showed us. Now they can just click on login. They'll be brought to the FSI login homepage. They can choose to enter SmartSuite. And they can now define their own password or choose their own password. So Jack will be like, all right, I want to set my password to this. And go and click save and log in. Now Jack Anders has access to SmartSuite. You can look at the school's collection, or you can go in towards TV Education and access and browse all our videos available over here. What happens one day when Jack logs in and he's like, look at my password. What do I do? So he'll get to this screen and be like, what do I do now? So Jack can go ahead and click sign in. He can enter his username, Jack Anders, and because he's forgotten his password, you can just go ahead and click forgot my password. Then this pop-up will appear saying, hey, do you want to reset your password? I do. Click OK. And a new password link has been sent to Jack. Open up his emails once again. Wait a bit for the email to be sent. There it is. And then Jack can just click reset password. Follow the prompts, and then you can choose a new password. Simple as that. They want a new password. Happy with that? You can go ahead and save and log in, and he's back into the system, just like that. Additionally, he can also, if he so choose, change his password whenever he wants. All he has to do is press sign in, enter his username, click change password, enter his current password, and then choose his new one. And there we go. That's how a patron can change their password. So we've covered in this help session. Oops. Bring that back. So in today's session, we've covered patron management, what roles to do, and how to create a new staff member, and then how to send them a welcome letter through reports. So a quick overview, we created it using the new tab. We gave them a unique barcode, a username, a first and last name, entered the email address, gave them a class grade at homeroom, made their role a teacher, made sure that change password and next login was selected to yes, and that email login was unticked. And then we went into reports, opened up reports, went into welcome letters, chose new staff member, one staff letter, entered in their username, which, because they've already logged in, this shouldn't work. Hit generate. And as you can see, because Jack has logged in, he won't be eligible for this email anymore since login status isn't blank anymore for him. But this email is what they will see. We go into email, we click send now, and then a list will be shown here of who to send it to. You then click confirm, and they'll be sent off in email. That's everything I wanted to show in this SmartSuite session. Hopefully you've got something out of this. Any questions, you can just have them up here if you've got any. If not, I'll leave it there. And just finally, that if you do want a certificate of this training session, you can send us an email or a ticket. You just mentioned, let us know your name of the training session that you're a part of and what certificate you want. And that has been me. I've been Jacob. Thank you for giving us your time, and hopefully you've enjoyed what I've just shown you. Until next time, take it easy. Thank you for watching. Bye.